So it's been a while since we've done one of these videos. I think it's mainly just from not finding the time, or it's just been the same kind of stuff constantly. But we're going to check out the PlayStation Store and see what awesome deals there are for you guys. Now obviously the PlayStation Plus games have been live for a few days now. They're not too bad, but I do understand that there's not something in there for everyone. Chances are a lot of you guys are a little bit disappointed and looking for something new to play. So that's why we're going to check out the store and see what deals we can find for you guys. And if you want to make them even cheaper, make sure you check out the sponsor Instant Gaming. There's a link down below that will give you a bit of a discount. But if you get the PSN credit from their site before you buy any games that are in the deals and the sales and stuff, it just makes it so much cheaper because it's usually like 20 to 30% off for PSN cards. Definitely worth checking out. But let's jump into it. I mean, the first section that we're going to have to look at is the PlayStation Plus discounts. It's double discounts as well, which is always nice. Now, I think the first game that I've got to go for on this one is The Crew 2. Now, yes, I've spoke about The Crew before. I enjoyed the original, the second one where you use different vehicles, boats and planes. I just thought the transition between the vehicles was a little bit odd, that's all. It could have been done a lot better. But the game itself is usually 48 quid and it's currently on sale for less than £10. And I mean, if you like your open world games, if you're into Need for Speed and all that sort of stuff, you'll love like The Crew. It is an amazing game. The Crew 2, it's pretty much the same map as well. It's just the whole of America, apart from it's kind of dialed down a little bit. But you can literally drive from like LA to New York, and if you do it at the speed limit, I think it takes about 2.5 hours. Yes, sad thing to do, but yes, I've done it. With the steering wheel, just cruising. It was weird, but there you go. That's the first one that I'm going to go for. Next, I'm going to go for something that's really, really small that a lot of you guys are probably going to be like, nope, not going to buy that, but it's really, really fun, trust me. It's a game called Bloons TD5. Now, Bloons, if you don't know what it is, it's a tower defense game that you used to be able to play like a free version on like Miniclip. But this version, it's not too bad, and I mean, it's really cheap. It's usually 13 quid to pick up, and it's currently on sale for like £3. And it's just a tower defense game where you've got a tiny little map and little balloons come around, and you literally have to place your different characters that have got different abilities and stuff around in a certain position. You can upgrade them and all that sort of cool stuff. And for like £3, if you're into tower defense games and you're looking for something new to play, it is definitely one that's worth checking out playing. I've played it tons on PC, never get bored of it, and it's just something you can chill out with. But you do kind of get sucked into it, so beware. Final one in this section though is Just Dance 2022, the Ultimate Edition. I enjoy Just Dance. It's a party game when you've got friends around and you just want to make everyone look a fool while they're drunk. Just Dance is the game to go to. And I mean, this version is normally 70 quid. It's currently £32. If you've played Just Dance, you know what it's about. I don't need to explain. You follow the characters on screen with the music in the background. You can use different forms of controllers. You can either use a Move controller, just the camera, or you can use it or you can play it just using your phone, downloading a certain app, and it kind of tracks where your hands are for the movements. Pretty cool. But again, I've not played the 2022 version, so unfortunately I couldn't tell you what the song track stuff is, but it's usually pretty good. It's usually pretty diverse as well. It's something a little bit new, but I'm going to drop it in here anyway. We signed a contract with a site called SyncVault, and they do like sponsored music and stuff, and I'm not going to explain it like this in every video, but the sponsor for today's video is the music that you can hear in the background, which is Groove Sticky, and I'm going to leave it playing for like 10-15 seconds so you guys can hear it. It's music that I kind of like myself, and I'd appreciate a comment down below to let me know what you think of the tracks that I pick. It's probably going to be different every week, and most videos are kind of just going to have a little bit in the middle that will just kind of say in the sponsored track for this week is, and then you guys get a little snippet of it so you can have a look and have a listen. Let me know what you think though.
Non-stop energy she give when she smile. Non-stop chemistry we got when we wind up. Non-stop motion.
Moving on though, next section that we're going to look at, games under £15. Yes, it is mostly going to be indie style, but again, I'm going to try and make it as diverse as possible so there's something in there for everyone. The first one that I'm going to go for is American Fugitive. The game's normally 20 quid. It's currently on sale for £3.50, so really good discount for not a bad game. If you're a little bit older like me and you remember the look-down GTA games that you used to play on like PS1 and stuff, It's kind of like that with upgraded graphics. Very, very similar style of gameplay as well. So if you enjoyed the old school GTA games, this is one that you will definitely enjoy. And for like £3 as well, it is definitely worth a play. I've had a bash of it myself and I did really enjoy it. And it just does bring back so many memories from the old school GTA games. But the next GTA obviously needs to be GTA London. But that's never ever going to happen. But fingers crossed, it might. Next up, again, something completely different. It's Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. Yes, I know this isn't going to be for everyone. I enjoy Wheel of Fortune. I just love the game show. I love playing it, messing around, and it's like a tenner. It's normally £32, and it is what it is. It's just quiz show games that you play on your console and stuff. It's not bad. I mean, if you're into that sort of stuff, it's something that you'll enjoy. If you hate that sort of stuff, then you're never going to like it. It's just one of them. It's a very niche thing for certain people. But the final one that I'm going to go for in this section is a game called Castaway Paradise. The game's usually a tenner. You can currently get it for £4.99. Castaway Paradise, if you ever play on a Switch, if you played on Nintendo at all over the years, and you've ever played Animal Crossing, Castaway Paradise is very similar by the fact of your villages and you get jobs and all that sort of stuff that you have to do. Obviously, it looks completely different, so don't go into it thinking that it's an Animal Crossing ripoff. It's not. It's just got quite a few elements for it, and when I jumped on it and I played it, it kind of more reminded me of it, if that makes sense. But it's dirt cheap. It's definitely worth a play. If you're into Animal Crossing style chill out games, it's definitely one that you'll enjoy. But the final section that we're going to look at today is the PlayStation Indies. And again, just a reminder, if you guys do want to make your games cheaper, make sure you check out Instant Gaming to get your PSN credit. It'll just make your gaming life so much cheaper. But yeah, the first game that we're going to look at on here is a game called Trailmakers. Now, I actually own this game on PC, and it is pretty fun to play. It's normally £25. It's currently £12.50. And pretty much, if you grew up playing like Meccano and that sort of stuff, where you're building vehicles, it's very similar. Pretty much, you design your own cars and build them, and you can make them really weird, make them really cool, make them just really sleek. Completely up to you, but if you're into building games and just designing stuff, it's something that's really fun, and it's quite accessible. It's really easy to play as well, so it's definitely worth a go if you're into that sort of stuff, I suppose. The second one that I'm going to go for is a game called Just Die Already. Now, this one is very similar to like Goat Simulator sort of style. It's normally £12. You can currently get it for like just less than a £5. But instead of being a goat running around doing daft stuff, knocking people out, picking stuff up, just being a menace to society, I suppose, you're an old person that just needs to die. Yes, I know it sounds pretty brutal, but it is what it is. But it does play pretty cool. It's pretty fun. It's pretty satisfying. It's more fun to play with a few friends online when you're just messing around and annoying each other though. But a game for like a £5, you can't go wrong. But the final one that I'm going to go for is a game called Superliminal. I actually said it first time, go me. It's normally £17. You can currently get it for £8.50. And it's a bit of a weird puzzle game. You'll go through and everything kind of changes the looks wise. It's all about perspective and that sort of stuff. And it's hard to explain, but pretty much you just have to try and go from room to room, solving the puzzles while you're in there. So if you played like The Witness and you enjoyed that style of game, chances are you'd enjoy this too. And for like £8.50, again, you can't go wrong with it. I love my puzzle games. It's a little bit difficult sometimes to find something that's engaging. I mean, you can jump on a game where you just have to solve puzzles and it's boring. But when you can actually get into the way that the game looks and the way that the game plays, it's just really satisfying sometimes just to kind of sit and wind down and chill out playing that sort of stuff. But yeah, they're the games that I'm going to go for. If you've spotted anything else yourself that's on sale that I've not mentioned that you think is worth a play that's pretty cheap, leave your comments down below so everyone can check it out. And if I spot anything myself, just look out for that little notification that says that I've liked it, because that means chances are I've gone, ooh, I didn't even notice that, gone and bought the game. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Any of the games that I've mentioned today, if you're looking for new people to play with, make sure you jump in the Discord. Decent community and just a really easy way to find new people to play with. And anything that I don't share on YouTube when it comes to gaming news usually gets shared over on Twitter, so make sure you're following over on there as well. But that's pretty much it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, a like would be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.